Many people think peace is just the absence of noise, conflict, or stress. They believe that if the outside world is quiet, then they will feel peaceful inside. But this is not always true. Even in a calm place, our minds can be full of worry, anger, or fear. True peace does not depend on what is happening around you. It begins inside. It is a feeling of deep calm that stays with you, even when life is difficult. It is not about escaping problems. It is about how you face them. When your heart is calm, you do not react quickly. You pause. You understand more. You make better choices. Some people chase peace through money, success, or comfort, but those things can change or disappear. Real peace is not something you buy or win. It is something you grow, slowly, inside yourself. It is like a small flame that becomes stronger when you care for it every day. When you understand this, you stop blaming others for your unhappiness. You stop waiting for perfect conditions. Instead, you turn your attention inward. You ask, why am I not calm right now? You look honestly at your thoughts and feelings. And little by little, you learn to be still, even when life is not. This kind of peace is not easy, but it is strong. It does not break when someone is rude to you. It does not disappear when you lose something. It stays, like a deep river under the surface. That is what true peace really means. Many people try to control everything in their lives. They want every plan to go perfectly. They want others to behave the way they expect. They want the future to be safe and known. But the truth is, we do not control as much as we think. Life is always changing. Sometimes the change is small. Sometimes it is sudden and painful. When we try to control things that cannot be controlled, we suffer. We feel restless, worried, or angry. We ask, why is this happening to me? But maybe the better question is, did I ever have control in the first place? Restlessness comes from this deep fear of not knowing. It is the fear that something will go wrong, or that we will lose something important. So we try harder to hold on, but the more we grip, the more tired we feel. It is like trying to hold water in your hands. It always slips through. True peace begins when we understand this. We stop fighting the flow of life. We stop saying, this should not happen. Instead, we learn to say, this is what is here now. This does not mean we give up or do nothing. It means we act without fear. We live without the need to control every part of the story. When we let go of this illusion, something changes. Our bodies feel lighter. Our minds become quieter. We stop chasing and we start seeing. And in that space, peace has room to grow. Desire is not always bad. It is natural to want food, shelter, love, or comfort. But when desire grows too strong, it begins to control us. We think, I will be happy when I get this, or I must have that to feel good. This kind of desire creates a storm inside the heart. When we do not get what we want, we feel frustrated. When we get it but fear losing it, we feel anxious. Even when we do have it, the feeling doesn't last. We want more, or we want something else. The mind keeps moving. It never rests. This is why desire often leads to suffering. It pulls us away from the present moment. It says, not now, later, when things are better. But life is only ever now. And if we are always chasing something in the future, we miss the peace that is already here. To understand desire, we must look at it without judgment. We must see how it rises, how it feels, and how it fades. We don't have to obey every desire. We can pause and ask, do I really need this, or is this just a habit? Slowly we learn the difference between a true need and a passing craving. When the mind is full of desire, it feels tight and hungry. But when desire fades, we feel calm and open. We feel free. Not because we have everything, but because we are no longer ruled by wanting. That freedom is a kind of peace. It is quiet, simple, and deep. It waits for us beneath all the noise of desire. The world is full of noise, not just loud sounds, but also busy thoughts, strong opinions, endless messages, and constant pressure to do more, be more, and move faster. Many people live their lives without a single quiet moment, but stillness is not just the absence of sound. It is a quality of the heart. Stillness is a kind of strength. In stillness, we are not pushed by every little problem or emotion. We do not react quickly. We watch. We wait. We see things clearly. When the world pulls us in many directions, stillness helps us stay centered. It is like a tree with deep roots. The wind blows, but the tree does not fall. Stillness is not something we find by accident. We must choose it. We must make space for it. Even 5 quiet minutes can help. We turn off the noise. We put down the phone. We sit, breathe, and do nothing. At first, this may feel strange, but with time, it begins to feel natural. It feels like coming home. In stillness, we notice what is really going on inside. We hear the soft voice of wisdom that is usually hidden by noise. We begin to understand our thoughts and emotions instead of being controlled by them. Stillness does not solve every problem, but it gives us a better way to face them. In a noisy world, stillness is rare. That is why it is powerful. It is not weakness or escape. It is a quiet power that grows inside and helps us live with balance and peace. Many people believe they can only feel peace when life goes their way. But life often does not go as planned. We lose things. We get sick. People disappoint us. The world changes. If we fight against everything we do not like, we become tired and bitter. Acceptance is not the same as giving up. It does not mean we like everything. It means we stop saying, "This should not be." We begin to say, "This is what is here now." That small change in thought can open the door to peace. When we refuse to accept reality, we argue with it. We feel angry, sad, or hopeless. But when we accept what is real, we become calm. We can see more clearly. We can choose how to act instead of just reacting. We stop wasting energy on things we cannot change and use our energy where it can help. Some people think acceptance is weak, but actually, it is a brave thing. It takes courage to look at pain or loss and say, "This is part of life." It takes strength to stop running away. Acceptance brings us back to the present moment, where peace lives. This does not mean we stop working for change or justice, but we do it from a place of clarity, not from hate or fear. We accept the truth of now, and then we move forward with a steady heart. Acceptance is a quiet doorway to peace. When we step through it, we find that we are no longer fighting with life. We are walking with it. Many people feel they must always be right. They argue to prove a point. They hold on to opinions, even when it causes pain. They believe that being right gives them power, respect, or safety. But often, this need creates conflict and distance, not peace. When we hold tightly to our own views, we stop listening, we stop learning. We start seeing others as wrong, or even as enemies. This closes the heart. It builds walls between people, and inside we feel tension. The more we need to be right, the more we fear being wrong. That fear becomes a prison. Letting go of this need is not weakness, it is freedom. It means we value truth more than ego. It means we care more about connection than about winning. Sometimes, peace is more important than being correct. We can say, "Maybe I don't know everything," or "I see your view." These small words can heal relationships. We do not have to agree with everyone, but we can disagree with kindness. We can speak without anger. We can listen without judgment. and sometimes we may even discover that our ideas were not complete. A peaceful mind does not need to prove itself. It is open, soft, and strong at the same time. It welcomes other voices, even those it does not understand. In this way, letting go of being right becomes a path to deeper understanding and deeper peace. When we no longer need to win every argument, life becomes lighter. We carry less tension. We create more space for others and for peace. Modern life teaches us to want more things, more success, more experiences. We fill our homes, our schedules, and even our minds with too much. But in the middle of all this, many people still feel empty. Why? Because peace does not come from having more. Often, it comes from having less. Simplicity is not about having nothing. It is about choosing what truly matters. When we live simply, we can see clearly. We are not distracted by noise or busy thoughts. We feel lighter. We breathe easier. We find joy in small, quiet things: a cup of tea, a gentle breeze, the sound of birds. Living simply means we stop chasing what we do not need. We stop comparing ourselves to others. We take time to pause and ask, is this helping my life, or is it making me more tired? This kind of question helps us remove what is not useful: old habits, extra possessions, or endless worries. Simplicity also means we speak with care. We do not use many words to impress others. We speak from the heart. We live with honesty. We treat each moment as enough, just as it is. This way of life may seem small, but it is powerful. A simple life creates space for peace, for love, and for deep understanding. It does not mean boring or poor. It means rich in things that cannot be bought. When we choose simplicity, we find that peace was never far. It was just waiting under the weight of too much. In today's world, everything moves fast. We expect quick answers, fast results, and instant comfort. But the heart does not work like that. Real peace, deep healing, and true understanding all take time. This is why patience is so important. Patience is not just waiting. It is how we wait. It means staying calm when things are slow or difficult. It means not giving up when we feel tired or frustrated. It is the choice to stay steady, even when we don't see progress right away. Without patience, we become angry or hopeless. We push others. We push ourselves. We say, this should be finished by now, or why is this taking so long? But these thoughts only add pain. They close the heart. When we choose patience, something gentle begins to grow inside us. We learn to trust the process. We accept that some things cannot be rushed, like the blooming of a flower or the healing of a wound. We stop fighting time, and instead, we walk with it. Patience also helps us in relationships. It teaches us to listen more, to forgive slowly, and to understand that people change at their own pace. We stop needing to fix everything. We simply stay, with care and strength. In this slow and quiet space, peace begins to rise. It comes not from control, but from trust. The heart becomes softer and also stronger. With patience, we do not just wait, we grow. Peace built with patience is deep and lasting. It does not break when things go wrong. It shines, even in hard times. No one wants to suffer. We all hope for a life without pain, loss, or sadness. But suffering is a natural part of being alive. It touches everyone, rich or poor, young or old. The problem is not suffering itself. The problem is how we respond to it. Many people try to escape pain. They avoid their feelings, or they hide behind work, entertainment, or busy lives. But running away does not heal us. It only pushes the pain deeper. And over time, that hidden pain becomes fear, anger, or loneliness. Peace comes when we stop running. When we turn around and gently face our pain, we find that it is not as big or as scary as we thought. Yes, it hurts, but it also teaches. Suffering can open the heart in ways comfort never can. It can help us grow in understanding, in care, and in strength. To face suffering without fear, we must begin by breathing, by being present. We say to ourselves, "This is hard, but I can stay with it." We do not have to fix everything right away. We just stay, and in that staying, we begin to change. Pain may not go away quickly, but it can soften, it can move. And as it moves, it makes space for healing, for peace, and even for joy. When we no longer fear suffering, we are truly free. We are not afraid of life's ups and downs. We are ready to meet each moment as it is, with an open heart. A peaceful life begins with a quiet mind. When the mind is noisy, even a beautiful day can feel heavy. But when the mind is quiet, even a simple moment becomes rich and full. A quiet mind is not empty. It is awake. It sees clearly, and it rests deeply. The mind becomes noisy when we carry too many worries, too many opinions, too many regrets. It jumps from one thought to another, always searching for something, but never feeling full. This is the mind's habit, but it is not who we truly are. We are not our thoughts. We are the space behind them, the calm watcher. When we learn to rest in that quiet space, we discover a peace that does not depend on anything outside. It is always there, like the sky behind the clouds. To live with a quiet mind does not mean we stop thinking. It means we stop being pulled in every direction. We notice the thought, but we do not follow it. We smile and let it pass. In this way, we live with more peace, more balance, and more care. If you have found something gentle or helpful in these words, I am deeply grateful. Your kindness through likes, comments, super thanks, or joining as a member supports this quiet path we walk together. Thank you for spending this time with me. Your presence is more than enough, and your support means a great deal. Wherever you are, may you carry this quiet with you, not as a rule, but as a friend. Peace is not far, it is already within you.